Rock Hudson stars tonight at 10:30.
TV2 Chicago.
TV2 Chicago.
TV2 Chicago. WBBM TV Chicago.
WBBM TV Chicago.
WBBM TV Channel 2 Chicago.
Happy Father's Day from Channel 2. Happy New Year from Channel 2. This is WBBM TV in Chicago, transmitting on Channel 2 by authority of the Federal Communications Commission. WBBM TV is owned by CBS Incorporated and operated by the CBS Television Stations Division. The programs of this station are broadcast for the viewing of the public without charge and may not be rebroadcast, recorded, or otherwise used without the prior written permission of CBS. This concludes our broadcast day. WBBM TV, Channel 2, Chicago. WBBM TV, Channel 2, Chicago.
WBBM TV Channel 2 Chicago.
Channel 2, Chicago. Channel 2, Chicago. This is WBBM TV in Chicago, transmitting on Channel 2 by authority of the Federal Communications Commission. WBBM TV is owned by CBS Incorporated and operated by the CBS Television Stations Division. The programs of this station are broadcast for the viewing of the public without charge and may not be rebroadcast, recorded, or otherwise used without the prior written permission of CBS. This concludes our broadcast day.
Channel 2 Chicago.
Greetings from WBBM TV Chicago.
It's 8 o'clock. Have your children done their homework? Mike makes your day Monday at 3:30 here on 2. Mrs. Anwar Sadat, an exclusive interview tomorrow.
James Garner is Rockford weekdays at 4. Rita Moreno guest stars tomorrow at 4. TV, Channel 2, Chicago.
Bill Curtis, Harry Porterfield, John Coughlin, Johnny Morris, and Walter Jacobson's Perspective on the Channel 2 News at 6. Nobody does it better.
WBBM TV, Channel 2, Chicago. Channel 2, WBBM TV, Chicago.
2, WBBM TV, Chicago. Channel 2, WBBM TV, Chicago.
Tonight's Best of CBS will be seen immediately following this Channel 2 special.
Walter Jacobson, Don Craig, John Coughlin, and Johnny Morris with Chicago's #1 news. Channel 2, the 10 o'clock news.
WBBM Television, sharing the spirit of Chicago.
From Chicago's news team. is Channel 2's First Edition.
WBBM Television, sharing the spirit of Chicago.
From Chicago's news team, this is the Channel 2 News at 6.
Good evening. The Killing of Bob Crane on Entertainment Tonight.
Monday night at 6:30.
Tonight on Channel 2's Late Show, Stephen King and Brian De Palma team up for a classic horror film. Sissy Spacek and John Travolta star in Carrie.
Channel 2, WBBM Television. Live from Chicago's afternoon news team. This is First Edition. Channel 2, WBBM Television, Chicago.
From Chicago's news team. Live. The 10 o'clock news.
Channel 2, WBBM Television, Chicago. Live from Chicago's afternoon news team. This is First Edition. Good afternoon to WBBM Television, Chicago. Live from Chicago's news team. This is the 5 o'clock news. From Channel 2 News, this is Newsbreak.
Coming up next on Channel 2 News, 2 deadly plane crashes. A Navy jet slams into a quiet suburban neighborhood. We'll have 2 live reports and a live report on the crash of a United Airlines jet in Colorado.
Also tonight, cyanide poisonings forced a nationwide recall of a popular decongestant. Those stories plus much more just ahead.
WBBM TV, Chicago. Now, Bill Curtis, Linda McLennan, Steve Baskerville with AccuWeather, Johnny Morris on sports, and the Channel 2 News team. This is Channel 2 News at 10. Good evening.
Live from WBBM TV, Chicago, this is Channel 2 News at 6.
WBBM TV, Chicago, this is Channel 2 News at 10.
Channel 2 helps separate the facts from the fear about the Midwest earthquake. Monday at 10.
This is CBS. Frauds on Entertainment Tonight.
Good evening. Tonight at 10 on Channel 2 News, a surprise discovery in the Chicago River. Thousands in cash is fished out of the water. Now police are trying to find out how it got there and why it has some unusual markings on it. And then, is this fruit safe to eat? A new technique being used to preserve it could make it hazardous to your health. And we'll tell why workers for People's Gas are being told not to touch any of their equipment at the site of last week's explosions on Racine. All that and more on Channel 2 News at 10.
How to save your husband's life. A 2 News Extra tonight on 2 News at 10.
Scarlet will continue.
Tonight on 2 News at 10.
Do you feel betrayed? Not so much as betrayed, it's just hurt.
The death of his children rocked his life forever and shocked an entire nation. Now David Smith talks about his loss for the first time. I'm Marianne Childers. Tonight at 10 in a special interview, David Smith shares his feelings about his sons, their death, and the mother who's accused of killing them. It's a special interview you'll see tonight on 2 News at 10.
Hustled at home. A 2 News Extra. Tonight at 10.
Live from WBBM TV, Chicago. This is Channel 2 News this morning.
And a good morning to you. Today is Wednesday, August 14th. The look outside shows us a pretty...
From WBBM TV, this is Chicago's news. 2 News at noon.
And Monday is a fun day. Comedy, not singing. Channel 2, WBBM.
Monday at 7 p.m.
It's 7 p.m. It's Channel 2.
Cosby at 7 p.m.
It's WBBM Channel 2.
Cosby, 7 p.m. Monday.
This is News 2 Chicago. You're watching News 2 Chicago.
Good afternoon, and thanks for choosing News 2 Chicago. I'm Lester Holt.
You're watching News 2 Chicago with Lester Holt, Linda McLennan, Steve Baskerville, and Tim Weigel. This is News 2 Chicago.
This is the 4:30 news on CBS 2 Chicago.
At this hour, police say they have charged one man in a series of sexual assaults. We'll be live with that story.
The next step for 4 police officers now off the force for the Haggerty shooting. And Dr. Breen finds out why 2 states are fighting over organ transplants.
Plus, Howard has all the March Madness and who's in the Sweet 16 after the movie.
Hello. Carol Marine reports the 10 o'clock news, weeknights on CBS 2 Chicago. The team to watch, weekends on CBS 2 Chicago. Catherine Bliss on CBS 2 Chicago. Steve Deschler on CBS 2 Chicago. Catherine Bliss on CBS 2 Chicago.
Chicago Bears Weekly, Saturday after the league news on CBS 2 Chicago.
Chicago 2000, October 8th at 2 p.m. on CBS 2 Chicago.
The dialogue begins today at 2 on CBS 2 Chicago.
Bears Extra, tonight after the late news on CBS 2 Chicago. Tonight on the 10 o'clock news on CBS 2 Chicago. Bears, Giants, August 5th at 7 on CBS 2 Chicago. Marianne and Jay, you just never know what to expect.
Good morning. Would you like some breakfast?
Bring your donations to any Sam's Club store or call this number.
You're busy, and you already have too much clutter in your life. So, when you sit down to watch the news, you want to get information simply, unfiltered, without any more clutter. Carol Marine understands, so that's how she gives the news, uncluttered. She simply tells you what's going on, instead of what's coming up next. Watch the 10 o'clock news, reported by Carol Marine, only on CBS 2 Chicago.
You're watching the news on CBS 2. You're watching the CBS 2 News at 11 with Marianne Childers, Michael Ayala, and Monty Webb. Now CBS 2 works for you. Tonight at 6, followed by Entertainment Tonight. Starting September 16th at 4 on CBS 2.
You're watching the news on CBS 2 with Randy Salerno, Ed Curran with weather, Bill Zwecker on entertainment, Susan Carlson traffic, and Chris Habermel live from Chopper 2. This is CBS 2 News at 5.
Welcome back at 5:15.
You're watching the news on CBS 2 with Marianne Childers, Derek Blakely, Jim Tillman with weather, and Mike Adamley on sports. This is CBS 2 News at 4.
Now the news on CBS 2.
Now, the news on CBS 2.
Diane Burns, tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on CBS 2.
This is CBS 2 Morning News. Presented as Randy Salerno, meteorologist Ed Curran, Susan Carlson, and Bill Zwecker. CBS 2 News, Chicago's fastest growing news station. CBS 2 News starts right now.
Now, from the CBS 2 Broadcast Center, in the heart of Chicago, this is the news on CBS 2 HD.
It was obvious to me something hit us.
This is CBS 2 News at 4:30. This is CBS 2 News at 11.
This is CBS 2 News at 10.
Live from the CBS 2 Broadcast Center in Chicago,
Chicago. This is CBS 2 News at 11. From all of us at CBS 2.
I will not let him fall through the cracks.